How do I do it with the accents? I'll be honest with you, I never thought I was good at it or anything, but I think it's because I grew up like that. I have a mixed family. Like everyone in my family has a different accent. You know, so my dad's family, my mom's family, everyone has like a hybrid because everyone moved around a lot. So whenever you go to a different house, it's just easier to speak to them in their accent than to try. I think that's why I'm actually my grandmother's favorite grandchild. Because all the other grandkids speak to her in like the accents they learned at school. And then with me, she's just like, oh, Trevor, he's never forgotten his roots.
Hey guys, welcome once again to my channel, Colin's Accent, okay? All right, so we're gonna be talking about Trevor Noah's accent. Trevor Noah is a comedian, okay? And he was born in South Africa. But Trevor's accent is very strong. All right, so we're going to be talking about his accent because he's good in America. One thing I came to realize about the South African accent, sounds more like the British RP pronunciation. This is because the South African English is a non-rhotic English, just like the British accent, okay? So we're going to be looking at some words where Trevor Noah used a British accent to pronounce certain words, okay? So we're going to be starting with the pronunciation of certain words using the right vowels. Stories with a standard O sound. Let's listen to him.
This is one of those stories that genuinely hit me so hard because...
Yes, Trevor also said the word also, okay? The AL there is the O sound, the long O sound. So if you listen to Trevor Noah, he made use of the British standard pronunciation.
And you were also reporting on it.
He also said journalism. Now, if it was the American English, they're going to pick the R. It's going to be more rhotic. Journalism. But Trevor didn't pick the R in the particular word, journalism.
What do you think was the biggest change that you saw in your time in journalism as the first African-American woman working at the Washington Post?
I like the way Trevor pronounced this particular word. He said walk. And that's the British standard, okay? The RP standard, the long O sound.
You walked into a newsroom where there were only two other reporters who were black.
He also said talk. That's also the British standard.
I mean, one of the most shocking and I find funny at the same time stories was when you talked about how when yourself and colleagues would go to marches.
Yes, if you listen to Trevor, he said this particular word with the British standard pronunciation. Can't. That's how the Brits pronounce the particular word, can't.
And then when they go to Haiti, I can't understand a word that they're saying.
Now, if you listen to Trevor, okay, look at the way he pronounces two words, okay? He used the American pronunciation to pronounce these two words, reporter and little. Okay? He replaced the T there with a D sound, okay? So that's one feature of the American accent. So you can see that Trevor's accent is kind of a mixed American and mixed British accent. So let's listen to him.
It's so powerful when you speak about how when you first got to the Post, your mission was not to be a reporter that focused on black issues, but just a reporter who excelled. You didn't want to be pigeonholed as a black reporter. But then when you watch Donald Trump, does he remind you a little bit of Egyptian leaders?
Now, if you listen to Trevor again, he made it of the British glottal stop. One thing I want you to realize about the British English is they like to make use of the glottal stop, meaning that where you have the T in a stressed syllable, they're going to use the glottal stop to pronounce that T. For example, we have bottle, okay? Now, what Trevor said was important. He didn't pronounce the T in that unstressed syllable, important.
Really felt like when you read the book, you lived through two of really the most important eras in American history, in modern history. Why do you think it's so important for mainstream media?
Lastly, you should know that in the RP pronunciation, that's the British Standard English, we call it the Queen's English, they like to pronounce the T's in the Queen's accent or the Queen's English, okay? If you listen to Trevor in some words, I'm gonna just take one word here. In this particular word, he used the standard. He didn't use the glottal stop to pronounce this word. He said writing. So he pronounced the T in that word.
50 years of writing, 50 years of finding ways to report stories even in spaces where you weren't allowed.
So thank you very much for watching Colin's Accent today. If you got value from this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel by hitting on the red button below. Yes, it doesn't bite. And if you have any comment for this video, please drop your comment in the comment section below. All right, I'm going to respond to your comments, by the way. So thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. Peace.